Overpopulation is a growing issue that is often overlooked by many. The Population Reference Bureau, or PRB, defines overpopulation as a condition where the number of individuals surpasses the Earth's capacity to sustainably support them with comfort, happiness, and health, while also ensuring a habitable world for future generations. Overpopulation is a major contributor to the acronym HIPPO, which includes habitat loss, introduced species, population growth, pollution, and overharvest. HIPPO is important because the acronym highlights major issues and threats to the environment and the conservation of biodiversity and ecosystems. By addressing these threats, we can ensure the well-being of current and future generations. With the number of people on this planet and the population continuing to increase at a rapid exponential rate, we are running through Earth's natural resources at an unsustainable pace. Conservation biologists agree that humanity is on the verge of causing a mass extinction and that its primary driver is our immense and rapidly expanding global economy. Overpopulation within a particular region or community often causes urbanization. This process, prompted by high population density, can result in a range of environmental challenges within the local area, with potential repercussions extending globally. According to the PRB, urbanization leads to pollution and overconsumption, which helps to create urban heat islands. Heat islands are urban areas significantly warmer than their surrounding rural areas due to human activities and structures retaining and emitting heat. PRB continues to say that these heat islands cause local weather changes and increased water runoff patterns, which causes water pollution. Today, approximately 3 billion people, about half the world's population, live within 200 kilometers of a coastline. By 2025, that figure is likely to double. A specific case study was done to analyze the effects of human activity on the coastal ecosystem of Florida. It was found that due to various reasons such as the urban heat island effect and water runoff, the Florida coastal water temperatures were projected to increase by 3.6 degrees Fahrenheit or 2 degrees Celsius over the next 100 years. This local increase can impact the environment globally by diminishing the intensity of ocean circulation. This can be detrimental because ocean circulation is responsible for regulating climate by storing and transporting heat, carbon, nutrients, and fresh water worldwide. It would mean less carbon and heat uptake by the ocean and thus higher rates of both carbon and heat in the atmosphere. Also, it could potentially accelerate global warming and enhance its negative effects. According to an organization called Population Matters, if on average every other family had one fewer child than is assumed, there will be 1 billion fewer of us by 2050 and about 3.5 billion fewer by the end of the century. The most efficient way to get there would be by educating the population. This includes empowering women to lower fertility rates and emphasizing that having a family is a choice. Educating communities about the environmental and sustainable impacts of having larger families can enable individuals to make more informed choices. However, urbanization and the high concentration of population in areas cannot be stopped. The UN argues that no country in history has successfully halted or reversed the trend of urbanization without compromising on quality of life for humans. And so, the best solution for urbanization would be to implement careful city planning and designing to make greener and more sustainable cities while still allowing for economic growth. To emphasize the solution, PRB states that much of what determines the extent of environmental impacts is how the urban populations behave, their consumption and living patterns, not just how large they are. To conclude, the issue of overpopulation is a complex and pressing challenge that demands urgent attention and action. This issue contributes to a range of environmental and societal problems, from habitat loss and pollution to urbanization and climate change. However, there is hope for addressing this issue through education, empowerment, and thoughtful planning. We hope that providing this information, we can create a more sustainable population for future generations to come.